Welcome to the Bros Before Elbows podcasts with your hosts, Anthony.
And Tommy Masano.
We're talking about recaps, rumors, predictions, and more, all the way from PDX to PHX, always from the top rope, and always putting bros before elbows. Also want to thank our sponsor. This episode, number 9, is brought to you by the thegodsofwrestling.com. Visit their site where they're running a contest right now, actually, to win a 6-month subscription to the new WWE Network. A great site is coming out with pro wrestling art posters, t-shirts, buttons, stickers, and more. So, fans, be sure to check out that is www.thegodsofwrestling.com.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. We're back on the podcast, back on the air. You cannot be held down. You cannot hold us out of the Royal Rumble.
Oh my goodness, man. I was going to go Rumble on this freaking audio thing, but hey, it sounds good. It sounds clean. Got some stuff to clean up in post-production, but that's all right. Fans don't need to know that. They just need to know that we are bringing them some hard-hitting action and a lot to talk about. So first off, before we jump into the madness of Rumble, I just want to say this. I forgot to mention this on the last podcast, so I'm going to mention it now.
Okay.
But I won a Twitter contest from ROH Wrestling.
Humble brag.
And yeah. You know, it was, and I didn't get to say it last time, but it was during the holidays. But I won a free stream. I was supposed to get a DVD of Final Battle, but whatever. Final Battle was sick. It was crazy good. But I won a free stream of the Final Battle, and the contest was to take a ROH wrestler, use their name in a Christmas themed.
Oh man, it's almost Valentine's Day, man.
I understand, but I want to talk about this because I thought it was actually really unique. So, a bunch of people were putting like, Adam's gonna get Cole. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
So one of mine was the first one was all I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth, and I just put dash Jay Briscoe.
Okay.
Or Mike Briscoe or whoever, one of the guys missing teeth.
Some Briscoe somewhere.
Some Briscoe that's missing teeth. The other one was he steens you when you're sleeping, steens when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake.
Oh man, I think might have been the winner, right? Or is there no third one? Is there a third one?
I think this one was the winner, and this is why I had to bring it up now, close to Valentine's Day. But it has nothing to do with that. But I said, oh God, what is it? It's
oh come on! What's wrong with this night? Let's just pretend this is the Steen 101.
It is a Steen one, but it's
okay.
Oh, that's it. Mannheim Kevin Steamroller.
Oh, okay, like the freaking
the
orchestra.
Mannheim Steamroller. I always want to say Anaheim Steamroller, but it's not. It's Mannheim Kevin.
I'm sure there's like an Anaheim cover orchestra that covers only Mannheim Steamroller. Somewhere out there in Southern California.
A cover of a cover band of a cover band.
It's great. Well, speaking of things that people host of this podcast won, Cage Side Seats had a little contest where everyone, the first like 30 people replied into the thread, got a Royal Rumble number, and whoever what number you got was the guy you rooted for. So the first person to comment, he got number 1, and the second person got number 2. I think they draw him out of a hat or something like that. But the first 30 people got their names thrown in a hat. And guess who got number 28? Who got Dave Bautista? But your boy Tommy Masano over here, ULT MMA. So I won the cage side, so I got props for that. And then they mentioned it on Twitter, and Gino Morosco was very jealous that he got like number 22. I think he got like you think he got an USO or something. But I got Dave Bautista, so I won that too. So I get props.
Yeah,
more patting selves on the back. here, bros. Before I was not afraid to pat ourselves on the back. I think we've earned it after 9 episodes.
What? The Masano brothers are excellent at winning wrestling type contests. So I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, I think it's we're on a hot streak. Let's keep that momentum going in 2014. So
speaking of momentum, going into the Rumble. So let's talk about this because clearly this is a lot's going on. This is an avalanche, right? This is.
Question of the day, dude. Question.
Yeah.
It kind of feeds into our, before we get ahead of them. Now that our arms are sore from patting ourselves on the back. Question of the day. Bigger blow to the pro wrestling fans' heart this week. Daniel Bryan not coming out the Royal Rumble or CM Punk leaving the WWE? What tore at your 10-year-old wrestling fan that lives inside your heart? What tore at your heart more? Bryan not coming out in the Royal Rumble on Sunday or Punk leaving the WWE on Tuesday or Monday before Raw? So we'll think about that and we'll let that marinate, and we'll answer that back at the end of the show.
Man, and that's it's
two huge stories, dude. Man. 2 huge stories in the span of where everyone was irate with pitchforks, ready to burn down the WWE office. Jokingly on Sunday, and then now on Wednesday we'll record this. CM Punk quits the WWE. So geez, they just came back. They just walked back to their houses, put away their pitchforks in their pitchfork case, and now they got to break them out again.
Oh my goodness, man! Freaking grab the butane, grab a freaking rag, and light that mofo and start trudging down the street, man. It's a riot, dude. The universe is literally pissed off.
Yeah,
they are legitimately upset.
Going into WrestleMania season, dude. It's the kickoff of WrestleMania. This will be a happy time where all the WWE universe and the fans of pro wrestling come together and sing Kumbaya. And now everyone wants to slash tires and steal TVs.
You know what? But here's the thing, though, and here's immediately what I think about, because obviously Vinnie Mac is the main man, right? Mm-hmm. Vinnie Mac sits in gorilla position, and he knows, and he orchestrates everything. From what I've read and from what I understand, is the whole Bryan, and my point will be made here in a couple moments, but I gotta build up to it. But that Bryan joining the Wyatt family was a total random. Vinnie Mac wanted to see it happen. Mm-hmm. There was no direction. It was just, hey, I just want him to be a part of the Wyatts. Dude, Vinny, where are you going with this? Don't worry about it, man. So he's going into the Wyatts. Whatever, boss. If you want to pee in everyone's Kool-Aid, dude, you're writing my check. So whatever, right? So he joins the Wyatt family. I think he's doing this intentionally and purposely just to see how far he can get under the skin and under the minds where the brain stem meets the spine. You know what I mean? He's grabbing that, and he knows that if he manipulates Daniel Bryan so much that it has become a major backlash. So does he just immediately buckle and just say, well, the fans want it, put a strap on him that easy? Or does he keep working what is going on? I mean, this is big enough to where the BBC is like, yo, people are pissed at Bryan not being in the Rumble and Bryan getting screwed and everybody absolutely loving him. So I think it's really a work from the main man, just seeing how far he can push it. And if he pushes it just enough, if he manipulates it just enough, you will get a massive following and a massive attention put on WrestleMania. So I think if he plays his cards right for the next month or two, that he will have a everybody, the entire universe, man, the whole planet behind Daniel Bryan, and finally having that vindication at Mania, whatever.
But they're walking a fine line, though, dude. They're they're poking the bear, but the bear's gonna wake up and get pissed and just eat everyone. Because keep walking the line where people are I'm done, I'm bailing. I saw so many people at the Royal Rumble, after Rey Mysterio came out number 30, poor Mysterio got booed because he wasn't Daniel Bryan, not because they hated Rey Mysterio, but so many people after that, they said, I'm done with wrestling, I'm not going to watch Raw tomorrow night, I'm done, I'm not buying the network, and people were ready to jump off a building, really tall buildings, in the name of the Yes movement. But I know that that was just heat of the moment kind of stuff, man. But they're really poking the bear. Daniel Bryan loves bears, but they're really poking it, and just it could backfire them. It could backfire.
Fans are fickle, though. That's the thing. It could very well backfire. But the thing is, though, fans are fickle, man. It's if you go to a UFC match, right, and some janitor guy is fighting I don't know.
Go to a time machine and where janitors were allowed to fight in the UFC.
Yes, you get some schmo guy, right? That like, you know, you think one thing and in the total opposite happens, right? You're kind of let down by the organization. You're kind of let down, like, oh, I can't believe, you know, Spike Dudley freaking beat Undertaker at WrestleMania. I quit. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you won't. You'll be back. You know, it's like, oh, I can't believe my 49ers didn't win the playoff game, and I hate football. No, you don't. You'll be back tomorrow. Shut the hell up. Eat a hot dog. Put on your jersey and talk about, you know, whatever it is you want to talk about. But the thing is, it is rubbing people the wrong way. But Vinnie Mac knows. I think he knows what he's doing. Hell, he's lasted this long. But you know, I just see that wrestling fans, are going to be upset. Oh, this is stupid. But you know what? They'll be back. You will be back. We're all addicted to this storyline, and we have to know what's going to happen. To walk away from it now is silly.
True.
I mean, that's like
after you invested so much, it's like walking out of it's like almost walking out of a movie, or not even that. It was like stopping a book, like after like you read 3/4 of the book, I guess almost, right?
Frodo makes it to the bottom of the mountain, and then you get pissed off. You get pissed off that, I don't know, that Bilbo Baggins isn't in the freaking movie. You know what I mean? It's like,
where's Bilbo's push? He's his own set of movies. Oh wait,
you know what I mean? It's like you make it to the end and you don't. Spoiler alert! You know, you don't get to see Schmeagol get eaten by molten lava. You know what I mean? It's like
spoiler alert. Oh god, we've ruined someone who's watching their Lord of the Rings trilogy DVDs this weekend. Damn it! Why'd I listen to this podcast this week?
Oh man, but here's the thing though. So here's what I did like about Royal Rumble. One, it started off amazing. Right off the bat, this is awesome. Dude, it was Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan.
Oh, okay.
What a great match. Oh, man, they were going at it. It was a good match. There was one holy crap chant. Obviously, it was for censored reasons or whatever, but there was one holy crap chant, and then there was two this is awesome chants, and that is an amazing indication of how well the audience is in it. And Bray Wyatt, man, I love the fact that I've only seen him in a couple singles matches, and the ones that he's been in, the chemistry, man, is absolutely fantastic. It really brings me back, just the way that Daniel Bryan is and works, and Bray Wyatt, the way he is and works, really takes me back to like being a kid again. It really does.
Yeah, they're really super talented. Bray's like so invested in that character. And man, just totally wrapped up in that. And then Bryan he just works. He's the best worker in the WWE right now. Right now, I would definitely say. Absolutely. So that chemistry just is just amazing. Yeah, they just definitely had like an instant classic to open up the Rumble.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. And it's funny, man. You get a non-title match. You just get you just get a good fight. You know what I mean? You get a fight between two guys that have beef, and that match was way bigger and way better than the Cena-Orton match.
Crazy. Well, I think that's part of it. Just that tease that they never got Bryan and Bray alone for too long, and the fact that we've seen Orton and Cena like 100 times over the past like 10 years or 1,000 times probably. So I think
60 matches in 6 months, man.
Oh gosh, that's a horrible stat.
But now you got Wyatt beefing with Cena.
True. I don't know where they're gonna go with that.
Why not? They're crazy. And if you're gonna get a rub from the American Soldier, dude, you're gonna get it from Cena. You know what I mean? That's just gonna make you that much better.
Possible Cena versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. That's insane. That's a crazy. I mean, it's insane how far the Wyatts have come since like the summer. It's a meteoric rise, man. It's insane. But
they're also, you know, with the Authority too. So you got this Authority major angle, and then you got Cena being the American Soldier WWE Classic man, and then you got these up and comers, dude. Like, man, I've been saying it from the beginning, dude. I love the Wyatts, dude. I love them.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's so. The first match is Bryan versus Wyatt. Second match is what was it? It was Big Show
versus Lesnar. Yeah,
dude.
Lesnar making Big Show like come to tears almost again.
He cried. Big Show was like really wanting to drop F-bombs, dude. He was so like, I think he got whacked in the elbow like really hard,
Mm-hmm.
And he just kept getting beat down. And the fact that Brock Lesnar... I just stepped away from the mic on that. That was my Paul Heyman impression. My client, Brock
Lesnar.
Freaking
like
F5 Big Show.
Oh god! Warning, to turn down your speakers just a couple notches before.
Brock.
And more Paul Heyman impression.
So good, dude.
He's gonna pop a vein one day, man. You might pop a vein doing your Paul Heyman impressions. I got a headache now, actually.
Oh my god!
I need to sit down.
What a match, though, man. I love the fact that he goes in for the strike and, legitimately Big Show gives him the KO punch. Didn't knock him out, but knocked him down. Mm-hmm. But just the fact, dude, that it was like a 5-6 minute match is, legitimate from bell to end. But everything, obviously, beforehand was just a mega beatdown. But,
It's just a horse race because freaking Brock Lesnar, he's so intimidating. He's got those crazy eyes. He did it the next night on Raw with Orton and Batista in the ring. He just comes down there and it just got that presence, man. Damn, this guy is he's really on the edge. He really can come unhinged. He doesn't need to say anything. I mean, he has Heyman as his mouthpiece, but he's just such an intimidating presence. And the way he bounces, the way he looks at you, it is the way he hits the chair on anything, dude. It's just man, he's just going full balls to the wall, whatever he does in the ring. Dude, even when he's selling, even when Big Show was tossing him around, in the build up to the match, he made that look amazingly look good. So anything he does, Brock Lesnar is pretty much on fire right now. Dude,
it's those blonde eyebrows.
Blonde eyebrows plus a red face. It's kind of it's the stuff of nightmares, man. He's got to be scaring little kids.
He's scary, dude. He's Brock Lesnar. There we go. You gotta get the growl.
The beast incarnate.
Dude, oh man. Crazy stuff. So then we go from the Big Show Lesnar match.
Two highs. Got the Bryan versus Wyatt, then you got the Lesnar versus Big Show, and now then you come up to...
the Divas match.
Wait, was there a Divas match on there?
It should have been a Divas match.
The crowd was chanting, "We want Divas" during Cena and Orton.
They were, dude. And that's a title match. That is for the WWE World Heavyweight title. And it was a schmo match.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. It was very slow in the beginning.
They got to the point. This is what I like to look at. As an entertainer, right? As a musician myself, being on stage where you are feeding off of the crowd. And, dude, seconds can feel like years, man. Where it's you have so much going on, man. During that match, yeah, it was a classic. It honestly felt like it was all I was doing was playing WWE No Mercy, dude. You're just hitting all your moves, waiting for the match to freaking end. And then it was you see this moment where they're just dude, the crowd isn't taking any of this. I just five-knuckle shuffled all right, I'll start stealing your moves. You start stealing mine.
It was No Mercy during the season where you're doing a 300 matches in a row and you're I just gotta get through this. I gotta beat Crash Holly for the 20th time. Why are they making me beef with him?
Freaking handicap match. Oh my god. Dude.
What's wrong with you, N64? But yeah, man, they kind of, how embarrassing is that when you're the face of the company and then John Cena, the biggest moneymaker in the company, and they just can't get a reaction out of the crowd, man. Reactions just the crowd is looking for nachos, they're looking at their watches, thinking when's the Rumble going to start? It's we want divas, Daniel Bryan chants, boring chants. Oh man, that's a slap in the face.
Awful. Bop, 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 bop. This is awful. Oh no. You know what it is, man? And I'm going to say it. I like John Cena a lot. I do.
He's a great worker.
He's a great worker.
With the right dance partner.
Which brings me to my next point.
Uh-oh.
Randy Orton is not a good dance partner. Randy Orton is not a good wrestler in my mind.
With Daniel Bryan, I think he had some good matches, but before that, if he half-assed it, he really full 100% half-asses it, and he can get lost. Like I remember when him and Sheamus were having a feud, and the crowd was booing them a lot. Like that was they had a bunch of horrible matches. But
I just noticed that a lot though with Orton. Is just like even when he comes out, it's just like, what do you do with this guy? His chemistry with the people that he wrestles with, and it's more times than none. It's just I don't feel it. It's not believable. The fight isn't believable. The story isn't believable. And it's just exactly to your point, man. It's like, how many times have we seen Sheamus fight, Sheamus fight Orton? How many times have we seen Orton fight Daniel Bryan? How many times have we seen Orton fight Del Rio? How many times have we seen Orton fight Orton? You know what I mean? It's like
versus Dad, Cowboy Bob Orton?
Against himself, I guess. I don't know. Like I feel
like he's got voices in his head. He's always fighting with himself.
I guess, man. I feel like you could have. I don't know. This is a stretch. I'm just talking out my butt, but I don't know. I feel like Zack Ryder could do a better job.
Oh man, Zack Ryder.
No love for Orton, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just not. He has that little moment where he does like the power slam, the DDT on the ropes, and the RKO. He's got that little moves, but other than that, I can't really think of a moment where he's like. Gets me excited. I mean, he's a good little brawler when he's like beating someone up on the outside. But other than that, yeah, that brings us to our next point, the Rumble, which was after that. But it's scary, the prospects of Batista versus Orton on WrestleMania. How bad can that be, dude? And that could be like super bad. I forget. If you wanted to point about John Cena versus Randy Orton, I think Dave Batista versus Randy Orton in 2014 would be 100 times worse.
It'd be hideous. I wouldn't want to watch that. I honestly wouldn't.
On WrestleMania? Oh, man. That sounds like a total, like, what is this? That could be really bad. They got to do something with that or make it a three-way or some kind of stipulation or something to save those two out in front of the crowd in New Orleans.
And this is where I think the mistake is being made. So I'm gonna make a kind of a... Again, obviously a lot of this podcast is like us bantering and us thinking out loud a lot of the times. And obviously we know our stuff. We're major marks and all this. But it makes me think of this in terms of what WWE is doing and why it is in this position that it's in. And this ties into why Punk is pissed off, or why I could see why he would be pissed off, is the fact that Dave Batista, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really watching wrestling at that point in time when he was big and doing his thing. I'm sure he was a great wrestler, right?
Neither was I. We totally missed that era. I think it was like from 2003 to like about 2009, 2010-ish. Yeah. So yeah, I was completely checked out of that. I didn't watch a single Raw or even checked out like any results or anything. So yeah, I totally missed his era.
More power to the guy, right? But I think what's really upsetting is the fact that, and I understand with The Rock, I get it. The guy is a mega A-list powerhouse. Dude's making more films than freaking Nicolas Cage, but spending his money better, right?
Yeah.
And, you get this guy, Batista, that all of a sudden shows up, and he's just like, oh, I won the match. And it's like, you know how many people you just stepped on? And you know how many people's like necks and backs that you're just walking all over because whatever, you have a 2-year deal and you're just gonna make it to WrestleMania because your name's Batista. Like, to me, that is going backward. They're going like WWE in my mind when they do these big roster pulls or when they do this big, guy like, if Stone Cold came back, the world would end in a great way. But you bring back somebody like that isn't as big, right? And it's just, and all of a sudden you put him to the main event. You have it's like you're really, WWE is just relying on old nostalgic wrestlers, right? In what I'm about to
okay, go make your point first, and I got a point.
My point is that there comes a time where you have so many young wrestlers, so many young guys that are busting their nuts to really get the crowd over, or to really get over on the crowd and to really bring the crowd into it, that it's like now you're stepping into an era, especially if the last WrestleMania was end of an era or whatever. If this is a new era, then quit it with bringing back the nostalgic wrestler. Build up the roster you have. Use the Daniel Bryans, use the Dolph Zigglers, use the Big E's, use the CM Punks, use the people that have already been busting their ass to get to that position. That's where I feel TNA screwed up. is putting all their chips into old people, and now
what? Got a TNA reference in this podcast?
I am bringing a TNA reference into it because now, if you look at it, now they're really building up their young roster. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They're getting rid of old people. So what I'm saying is you need that reshuffle. And what pissed off a lot of people with Dave Bautista is he just shows up, and now he's going to get a number one spot at WrestleMania when you've got dudes like Ziggler busting his ass, still trying to recover from concussions, but still giving 110, if not 120%. And then you got dudes like Punk that have been wrestling on and off with injuries and maybe talking about it, maybe not, but still busting his ass to get the job done. And then you got dudes like Bryan that's just getting squashed by the machine. And then you bring in a freaking dude that hasn't wrestled in years that's probably got a ton of ring rust on him. You know, it's upsetting, man. That's what I'm getting at, you know?
Yeah, okay. I see your point. I think it's more of a Dave Bautista problem. I'm gonna go a little opposite on that. I think it's more of a Dave Bautista problem because I think it can work. Look at how Y2J, Chris Jericho, he comes back. He came back and he feuded with Punk, then he came back and feuded with Fandango. He came back and feuded with Dick Ziggler as a part timer. Those all work. The Rock, I think that worked. People could argue about that because at least the first time with Cena, I think it worked. The second time with Punk and then Cena, it was a little more iffy. So I don't know. I give that one a C plus, maybe a B for that. But Brock Lesnar's worked 100%. I think and he's been a part timer. And then Undertaker every year works 100%. So I think they're selective with it, and it's like a right star at the right time. Then it can work. If it's a Dave Bautista who wasn't as big as the four previous guys I mentioned, and he just gets skyrocketed right to the top of the title shot, that's crazy because Brock Lesnar came back, he didn't challenge for a title. Y2J came back and he did a bunch of different feuds. Rock, a completely different animal. Undertaker doing Undertaker things. So the fact that it's Dave Bautista, the fact that he just skipped ahead of line without even having a match, just being the 28th entrant in the Royal Rumble and only wrestling for 12 or 15 minutes and then getting a title shot. I think that's what rubs people the wrong way, and I think that's I think it's more of a Batista problem. I think if WCW, I call him WCW. Oh my god, it is like WCW in the late '90s and the 2000s when they were holding down all their young stars. But I think they can do the right mix. They mix the Shield, the Wyatts, Bryan, Big E, guys like that, Cesaro. Another guy that they can mix in. If they can make the right soup and blend it right together, it can work with the old and the young. But they just gotta be careful with this Batista thing because this is really rubbing people the wrong way. And I think it's more of a Batista problem than just an overall WWE problem.
All right. I could legitimately see that angle. But you know what I can't legitimately see, and I absolutely hate?
CM Punk retiring.
Well, I was going to say that and Batista's effing belly tattoo and his stupid back tattoo of a bunch of lilies and girly crap, and I guess he's got a nose ring, too. Like, come on, man, this guy's terrible. Gilbert.
Are you saying Gilbert should run down and spear him?
Dude, Gilbert needs to come back, dude. Straight up.
But, no, it's all about Too Cold Scorpio. Yeah, he should come back and Hurricane Rana Batista. But no, man, Batista's he's dressed like a dude who's has his son's in college, and his son comes home and also wants to drink some beers and hang out with his friends, and his dad comes down to the basement and wants to hang out, and he's trying to dress like his shirt jackets and his tight pants, his skinny jeans. It's like, dude, dad, go back upstairs and go watch your whatever Batista films you are upstairs.
You boys like to drink some Milwaukee's Best.
Dad, leave me alone, Batista, Dad. Take off those purple sunglasses. Dad, when do you get a nose ring, Batista, Dad? Oh my god. Dad, Batista, Dad, take off my skinny jeans.
Let's go to the watering hole and hang out with your buddies.
My dad's so weird. My dad's Batista. Have you guys seen my belly button tattoo? Dad, take off
my buggy.
I like that Batista dad is an old-time miner, a prospector.
He is sitting on a gold mine. He's going for the title. Whatever, man. But you know what? More important things at hand. CM Punk.
Oh, are we due for a little commercial break or CM Punk?
No, you know what? Let's cool down a little bit, man. I feel like we had two strong matches, and I don't want to bring it down with the Divas match.
Okay.
Although I shouldn't say that because some Divas matches are spot on sometimes. All right, not really. Only if it's like TNA.
It was Gail Kim versus Taryn Terrell.
Exactly. But you know what? We sometimes need a little breather match. So we'll take a little break, And again, thanks to our sponsors. Straight up, check it out. www.godsofwrestling.com are bringing you this episode of Bros Before Elbows. So everybody hang out for a little bit. We'll be right back. Thanks for listening to the Bros Before Elbows podcast. Be sure to check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Just search Bros Before, the number 4, Elbows. We would love to keep the conversation going with wrestling, so send us your thoughts and feedback. Email us at brosbefore, the number 4, elbows, @gmail.com. Welcome back to the Bros Before Elbows Brock Lesnar show.
Why is Paul Heyman in your studio right now?
Dude, because the Claw and Unknown couldn't make it.
The Claw, were they on Revenge or were they on World Tour?
They were on World Tour.
Okay, yeah, shout out to their N64 lovers out there.
That's when you could actually beat the entire game with Hulk Hogan's like snake punch or whatever. What did
he didn't even have the leg drop. That was so like, yeah, like a snake punch. What's his finisher? Like, dude, they couldn't
Python punch, dude. That's
the Python punch. There you go. Yeah, because he had Python. He never even used that in real. I don't know if he even used that in real life. That always pissed me off as a kid.
Dude, that was a hard game, man. When you grappled someone, you couldn't move around the ring with them.
It was like people always like older games were hard. They're just crappy made. They're like worse made. That's why they were more difficult. Like those old NES games, the old Super Nintendo games, they were so super hard because like they didn't have the technology to make them like as easy, I guess. But yeah, World Tour was tough, man.
Dude, one little game was really tough. Real quick, Double Dragon.
Oh, that's impossible,
do, like,
man.
Combinations and stuff.
That game's a bitch, man. Like they give you like no like. There's no like margin for error, dude. It's like it's tough, man. It's badass if you can beat that.
Oh, what a tough game! I always get stabbed or hit with the chain.
Good times.
So before our break, we were briefly discussing the really sad departure. We don't know what the status is right now according to WWE, but apparently CM Punk is no longer a part of the WWE.
The WWE Twitter unfollowed CM Punk on Twitter.
Man, that is like, dude.
It's like, I don't know, it's like MySpace breakup kind of deal. I don't know.
That's like a Pootie Tang breakup, dude. Throwing the big wheel out the window.
There's CM Punk big wheel Pootie Tang breakup. Oh man, it's sad. I don't know. It's gonna get awkward. At first, I was like on CM Punk's side. I'm like, yeah, stick it to the man. Way to go, Phil. Don't get held down by Batista and his skinny jeans and like creative what they have for you. But belly tattoos. But then I'm like, man, dude, I'm going to see a house show in like 2 weeks. He's not going to be on that. Like, I wanted to see CM Punk on WrestleMania doing something, maybe with Triple H or with John Cena or something. Like, dude, why couldn't you wait till July, man? It's like, grit your teeth and bear it for the fans. Just don't walk out like that. So I'm kind of on the fence. I'm going either way on if I'm mad at Punk or I'm mad at WWE. I don't know who's going to take me on the weekends and buy me cotton candy.
I don't know, man.
Get me on their side.
I guess, like, if you're...
I mean, he apparently just walked out right before Raw. He's like, "Hey, Vinnie Mac, I'm peacing out. I'm going home."
They're doing rewrites, man. Like at the last second, like But I was really looking forward to a Kane CM Punk beef.
Yeah, I think that could have been cool with Elimination Chamber, man. Can we talk about Kane and his dress slacks at the Royal Rumble? How awesome those were,
dude. Seriously, what a badass, dude. If he just comes in dress pants and dress shoes and no shirt, I'm sold, dude.
No, he's got to strip down on his way to the ring. It makes it look even more badass. Like wrangle his tie and like rip it open, break his buttons. It's like, dude. And then he's freaking buff, dude. He's like, I don't know what he's been. Him and his like libertarianness been doing like the plank and push-ups.
Dude, bench pressing encyclopedias, man.
But yeah, I was looking forward to that beef. I thought that could have been a cool little like side beef before WrestleMania to just get us over at Elimination Chamber. But I guess we won't be seeing that now.
Something broke his back, dude. Something tickled Phil the wrong way, where he was just like, you know what? F this. I'm out. This guy with belly tattoos is gonna come in and stomp over everything I've done. I'm out. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe it's not. But whatever. If you're in an organization long enough and all they do is keep dumping on you. Eventually, it's like, you know what? Fine. You don't value me. You don't want me, or whatever the reason may be. I'm out. I'll do something else. I'll be valued somewhere else.
But they do. I don't think they do value him because, like, he just had that big long title run. He just had that match with the Undertaker. And after that, he had a feud with Brock Lesnar. I mean, like, they obviously trust WWE trusts him. That WWE needs him. So it's like, I don't know. And the rumor was he was going to feud with Triple H at WrestleMania. Despite, I don't know how much sense that makes, but I'm sure they're going to play it out storyline wise. But that's a pretty big match. I mean, that's like a co-main event or like a triple main event if they do that. I mean. So I mean, it's still a good spot, but it's not the end of the WrestleMania. But hey, it's no chopped liver.
No, that's true. That's true. I don't know. Maybe I'm throwing a little hissy fit. Maybe he's throwing a little hissy fit. I don't know. But if the storyline did play out, I'm sure it would have gone something like, CM Punk versus Kane. Something happens, he winds up beating Kane or almost loses to Kane, and then he goes, you know what? I want to go directly to the source. I want to fight you, and does the Hogan point.
He does the Hogan point, starts shaking his hands like he's having a stroke.
Hogan may actually have a stroke if he wrestles.
Well, what's going on? We were talking about CM Punk before. Yeah, I mean, that could have been a cool beef. I don't know. He could have got Triple H versus CM Punk. That could have been a good feud, I thought.
I think so too, man. I think so too. But we'll never know.
I'm mad at Punk.
Maybe it's a work, dude.
It could be, man. Dude, it got everyone in a tizzy, man. It definitely got all the internet in the tizzy. Like, we completely forgot about Daniel Bryan and his plight for like 2 days, or at least for 1 day at least.
Man, who knows, dude? Maybe this is the new era. Maybe this is the new era bridging the gap of reality with wrestling.
It would be good, man. I think everyone would be forgiven, but I don't know if he came back like after Elimination Chamber or came back, the Raw after Elimination Chamber. I think all would be forgiven. Like, no harm, no foul. Take 4 weeks off and we'll welcome him back with open arms.
I would take him back any moment.
Yeah.
If he was outside my window, holding a stereo.
Would it be playing Cult of Personality? Oh, it's so loud.
Oh my God! CM Punk. CM Punk.
Paul Heyman be with him.
Oh man.
He'd be the uncle in the car who drove him to your house.
Dude, that would be rad. All right,
but
pick you up at 10.
But I don't know. I mean, if he doesn't come back to WWE, is he gonna go to like ROH, or is he never gonna be seen again? Is he just gonna take a year off?
He's gonna join his homie AJ Styles, dude.
Oh man,
I have no idea. That'd actually be pretty sweet though.
It'd be sweet, man, but it's like a total like downgrade from.
I don't know. I think if anything, he may just be. I mean, with all the money that he's made, right? If he was smart about it, I'm sure he is. I'm sure you don't get to spend a lot of money when you're traveling 385 days out of the year.
Insane.
You know what I mean? But it's just like if he wanted to retire straight up, he could. He could literally just be like, you know what? I'm going to be a meatball connoisseur, and I'm just going to go to every single country and every single state and every spot in the world that sells meatballs because I can and will.
And then you got Swedish meatballs, you got Italian meatballs, and then you got American meatballs. Yeah, that's 3 right there. That's 3 weeks right there. Yeah. I got this itinerary.
3 days.
3 days. He goes back to his house. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do anymore. Who am I?
So that should be an interesting tale. Whatever happens with that.
Oh my goodness, and some other shakeups too. You know what?
You're ruffling your notes back there, so I hope you got something good highlighted.
Road Dogg Jesse James,
the badass Billy Gunn,
are now the tag champs, dude.
What? Oh man, I watched that pre-show. I watched it on my iPhone. That was pretty cool. But
I don't know, dude.
I was like, I don't know who they're gonna beef with after because I think they got a rematch. They just announced they have a rematch with the Rhodes Brothers in a steel cage. Whoa. At Raw next Monday. So that'll be pretty sweet.
Lockdown.
No more TNA references. But apparently, I guess Road Dogg and Billy Gunn went to TNA like when we weren't watching wrestling, and they had to use like weird names and stuff. So that was weird.
Really?
Yeah, look it up on Wikipedia, but I don't know. I think they might use their real names like Brad Armstrong and Kip Sop or something like that. It was
great name, dude. Kip Sop.
Kip Sop. Why do you just keep that name? I mean, that's like a pro wrestling name right there.
Kip Sop.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a little sidebar story. I don't want the Rhodes Brothers to break up. Everyone's like on that train and on that bandwagon of wanting the Rhodes Brothers to break up and feud at WrestleMania. But I think they make too good of a team, man. I want to see them like have another run with the titles and maybe have a couple more feuds before they break up. I don't think they have to rush the breakup. What do you think?
I think it was due time, man.
Ah, come on.
I think it's due time, man. Just like it's due time for the Shield. It's due time for the Rhodes Brothers. I just think there's other angles that you can do. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. But I think they were on a great run.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, man.
They're a breakup because they can't beat the New Age Outlaws in 2014. That's going to drive them apart. I mean, come on. I mean, they look good. New Age Outlaws look good, but they never were, like, awesome wrestlers. They always had, like, awesome on the mic, cool presence, cool DX shirts, but they never weren't like the best workers in the world. So I don't know what they're going to do with them if they keep the titles. And I mean, I guess they keep them till like Elimination Chamber or something, or I don't know. Maybe they'll
probably. I don't
know. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
Man, let's see what else we got on the thing here. So, you know, I gotta say, man, and I'm still a huge Mark.
Fandango. No.
Oh.
No,
I was gonna say R-Truth.
No, you weren't. I was like, what? He did win on Monday. Yeah. You say R-Truth's due for a push,
dude. R-Truth beat Ryback clean at a house show.
I'm sure he has that pinned up to his wall somewhere,
dude.
Moment.
Freaking A, man. R-Truth. R-Truth. No, actually, I was gonna say Antonio Cesaro, man. That guy's been on a hot streak. I love that guy.
Real Americans, dude. They beat Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio on Monday night.
Is that the real Sin Cara?
he's got a tattoo, and he's got like his other Mystico or whatever his name.
Gained like 800 pounds and grew like 10 feet.
He got bigger, and he's like a little chunky. Yeah, he looked like Fat Cara.
It's basically like putting like the mask on Luke Harper and just being like, yeah, it's
the new Sin Cara. He still has his mustard chain T-shirt. Damn it, Luke! You lazy ass. It's new Sin Cara, kids. Go take a picture of him. I don't want to take a picture of Sin Cara. He scares me now.
He smells.
He smells like mustard.
Gross. Gross.
Yeah, man. Antonio Cesaro. Maybe that's. Maybe they'll get another push as a tag team, or maybe Swagger and Cesaro will have a feud.
Swagger got the crap slapped out of him by Zeb Coulter. Man.
Dude, I love Zeb Coulter and his new signs. He's got he brings like little signs that he brings to the ring. Those are awesome.
Oh man, good stuff. Freaking good stuff. You know, looking at the recap thing that we have here, you know, let's go back to the Rumble real quick because I honestly think it was an excellent. The actual Rumble match itself, I think, was brilliant. CM Punk, Iron Man, obviously that speaks volumes, but. Man, there was a lot of people in that ring constantly.
I think that's the best part of the Rumble when it's like that. It's that anarchy where you can't see what's going on. It's like you take the wide shot and there's like 7 or 8 or even like 10 guys in there, and you're just like, what's going on? Like who's resting? Who's about to get thrown out? Like
you see CM Punk huddled in the corner, just like breathing, like, oh my god, oh my god. But it was cool, man, seeing, speaking of Cesaro, man, like, seeing him do the giant swing.
Oh, that was all he did to Seth Rollins, I think.
Yeah, dude, he did it to, like, 2 or 3 people, but, dude, it was crazy. We did a pool where everybody put in $1, whoever came to the party that we had, you know, dollar entry or whatever, and you pick a bunch of numbers out of the hat, so whatever your number is, you know, you'd write down the wrestler. But it was funny, man, like, somebody pulled, like, Great Khali, and they were like, oh, I'm not going to win. Like, you know, but just funny stuff like that. But there was a lot of cool people, man. Big Daddy Cool. Big sexy.
Big sassy. Big sassy. That was awesome, man. That was awesome. I love that. That was a surprise, even though he still moved better than Big Great Khali. He got to the ring faster, but that was cool. That was a good pop. Was he the only, like, throwback guy that came out? No, Godfather or Booker T or anyone like that.
Papa Shango.
Yeah, no Papa Shango, no good father. Yeah, I think he was the only veteran legend. No Jake the Snake, no Ultimate Warrior, no Sting.
No, dude. Sting had his last match with TNA though.
Stop talking about TNA. I was kidding.
Dude. I'm just pointing out facts, man. I'm just saying.
Just putting out facts, man. Yeah, man, that was a good Rumble, man. What about who won your little pool right there? Who got Batista? Did anyone pick Batista, or no one wanted to bet on the animal?
No, our buddy Danny won.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's like, who's this guy? I'm like, oh man, well you won. So we got number 28. You're winning. But no, it was an exciting match, dude. Especially at the end, man. You had Batista and you had Roman Reigns, dude. Everybody was behind Roman Reigns.
Dude, even the crowd, man. That was like a good moment, man. Because I was like, I think it was Sheamus. It was CM Punk, Sheamus, Roman Reigns, and Batista. And then that's the final four. Then, of course, Kane rose up from out of nowhere from under Hornswoggle's apartment under the ring, and took CM Punk down. And then Sheamus got out of there. And then, man, that was like a good stare down, dude. That was like intense, man. I was like, for half a second, I stood up. I was like, wait, can Roman Reigns win this?
Yeah, I know, dude. I felt that too. I was like, ooh, curveball.
Super curveball. I got the butterflies in my stomach right there. So that was good. That was good booking by the WWE to make me believe that. And the crowd got behind Roman Reigns, dude. Either they were so anti Dave Batista, or they were getting ready for that Reigns babyface push.
Dude. Roman Reigns. And I'm glad, too, in the Shield, I'm really glad that it's Dean Ambrose that is the one that's, like, turning on everybody.
Of course, the Maniac guy. The
Yeah, it just seems so fitting.
Yeah. He had that. He gave a good look, like when Batista. I think Batista eliminated. I mean, not Batista, but Reigns eliminated someone, and you could see in the background they had the shot of Ambrose. You see like little light bulb come up that, hey, I can sneak by and get Roman Reigns out real quick. And he runs and tries to get some out, and then Rollins like makes the save.
Yeah, dude. I like Rollins a lot too, man.
He's a beast, man. He's a beast in the ring too, dude. Monday Night Raw, he carried that match, and then I think he was the second or third guy in, and the Rumble, dude. He was there with Punk for like ever, dude.
He was number 2.
Yeah, he was number 2. You're right. That was awesome, dude. I was like, oh, right when he came in, dude, I'm like, this guy's gonna be in for at least 30 minutes, man. I think he made it to like 40, 45 or 48, but yeah, Rollins a beast, man. That's why it's so good about the Shield, man. That's why I don't want them to break up. They're just like the perfect. They got the powerhouse. They got the Joker, the Dean Ambrose, and they got just the insane athlete worker and Seth Rollins, man. They're like the perfect like trio of dudes.
It'll be interesting, man. I'm thinking Mania is gonna be a triple threat match.
Oh, that would be perfect, man. That'd be a show stealer. That's like they could start the show off with that, man. That could like definitely like steal the show if they did that, man. I would love that. But they might beef with the Wyatts at Elimination Chamber. I heard before that, like a 3-on-3. How sick would that be? Yeah, a little sidebar feud.
Digging these three, like, man, I've always liked the 3-man faction.
The trios, yeah, ever since the NWO, the Fabulous Freebirds, even back in the day. The porno music.
Oh, so good, man.
Yeah, it's so good, man. That little guitar.
I'm trying to think what else happened on in the Rumble. So a new NXT guy, barefoot guy, Russian dude.
What's his name?
Gorkovsky, Russian Kovsky
Russian McRushki. I didn't like that, man. I did not like that dude.
I thought he held pretty well.
Yeah, he looks good, dude. He looks like a powerhouse, but I don't know. He's like no different than freaking like Mason Ryan or like Ryback or anything. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he'll be good. Maybe he won't. But I don't know. Yeah, he had a good, decent debut. I like Bo Dallas. I like Bo Dallas NXT.
Bo Dallas. Hey, Bo Dallas.
Botacular. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. It was interesting, but yeah, he had a nice little debut. He looks like a powerhouse. Looks like a beast. He came in tossing around everyone, but I don't know. I just got to hear him on the mic a little better. But he's kind of like dorky, like an old like '80s heel or something like that.
Yeah, I think he could do pretty well. It'd be interesting to see what they do with him next. But
on SmackDown, but they didn't do anything on Raw. We'll see what happens.
Dude, what is crazy though, man, and we mentioned his name a few times. We haven't seen him in at least a year, dude. But Sheamus is back.
That was a great return, man. I was pumped for that, dude. Because I want to see the bro kick MFers.
Yeah, dude. Ah, man, I really like Sheamus, and he won the Rumble 2 years ago too.
Crazy, yeah. That's when everyone thought Chris Jericho was going to win it, and then Sheamus won. Yeah, little swerve curveball right there, but not this year. But yeah, he lasted the third, and I guess they said he might feud with Daniel Bryan next, or or I don't know what he's going to do next. But he eliminated Big E, so maybe he'll challenge for the IC title or something. That'd be a good. Cool. That'd be a good feud. That'd be a good feud for both of them.
Dang, man, crazy, dude. Lots going on, dude. A lot is going on.
How much time we got left? We got time for WrestleMania predictions, or we got time for what else? A question of the day. Where are we at?
Let's do a quick Mania prediction, and then we'll end with the question of the day. I think we filled up some time. My timer started a little bit late, and I know that we had some technical difficulties in the beginning, but I think we have plenty or a good enough amount of time to do the WrestleMania 30 card, how it will compare with what actually ends up happening. Just like in the outline here, which belts will be on the line. Who's going to face Undertaker? Will Triple H or HBK compete?
So who do you think? Let's start with the lowest rung titles and work our way up. So U.S. title, do you think that's going to be on the line at all, or do you think Dean Ambrose is going to drop it before then, or do you think? I don't think it's going to be on the line after they do a Shield three-way. I don't think the winner will get a U.S. title or anything. So, do you think that's even going to be on the line, or do you think Ambrose doesn't make it to the WrestleMania with the U.S. title in hand?
I think
Who could use that title? I'm not trying to think.
No, I in my mind immediately it would make sense if they merged it with the IC title. So I could see something happening where maybe a way to build up the three-way would be, let's say Ambrose starts beefing with Big E, saying nah man, my title's way better than yours. No. Something happens where those two are fighting, and Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins or something punks his match. He winds up losing the U.S. title. They merge it with the IC. Big E gets even bigger because now he's the undisputed, mid-card champ or whatever, the undisputed Intercontinental champ. And then that sets it up for Rollins versus Reigns versus Ambrose at WrestleMania. So he loses the title is really logically how my mind would put it together.
That makes sense. So Big E so the Intercontinental title would be Big E versus Cesaro, Big E versus Sheamus, Big E versus
I could see Big E versus Cesaro. That would be sick, rad, dude.
Dude, I think people would totally mark out for that match. I think that'd be a great feud.
I wouldn't know who would win. You know what I mean? I legitimately, smarkiness aside, dude, I would not know. I would be I don't know. I want both to win. I want both.
How about a tie? Time limit draw. Yeah, that would be awesome, man. I think that'd be. Yeah, I'm on board with that. I give that one my vote actually. And then so what's other Divas title? Divas get some love on. They had Total Divas this year. That was a big storyline in the Divas division. Will AJ Lee be defending the title, or should be in some kind of silly tag team match up there?
She'll keep it. Why not?
Who will she defend it with? Against a Bella? Against a Bella?
Yeah.
Against I don't know.
I think the only people in the Divas roster right now is Nikki and Brie Bella and AJ Lee.
Natty. Wait, is that Oksana?
Yeah.
Caitlyn retired since we last talked.
Yeah, dude, she was cool.
Yeah, she had a spear.
Yeah, she had a cool spear. She had the title for a little bit.
Yeah, so I guess all right, maybe the Divas title doesn't get defended at Mania. So that leaves the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Who's gonna be?
Orton doesn't freaking have it by then, dude.
So we think it's gonna be Batista by then. No.
Oh my God, I hope not.
Those are 2 check marks off the list.
You know what? They might as well just do John Cena versus Hulk Hogan. Screw it, dude. Just put the strap on Cena and have him fight Hogan.
Have him F5 Hogan? Oh my god. Just like throw him to. They should do the F5 where they break the ring and Hogan goes right through the ring.
You know what would be
He never
rad?
gets. Okay, how do you save this?
Dude, this is how you save it. It's a
Okay.
fatal 4-way match
Okay, they've done that before.
between Brock Lesnar,
Okay,
Randy Orton,
okay.
Dave Batista,
And drum roll, please.
Daniel Bryan.
Oh man, that'd be pretty good. Because Brock Lesnar and Daniel Bryan could pretty much save the match, and then Batista wouldn't have to work as hard because it wouldn't be a 1-on-1 match, so he can like save his gas tank a little bit. He can roll outside the ring and I don't take a nap for the first 5 minutes, get bumped out, and just come back at the end. And Batista bonds the people because I don't know, he looked pretty tired at the Rumble, man, and he wasn't even doing too much.
Yeah, man, he's just bouncing on the ropes. He's gasping for air, getting his little oxygen tank. You know, like. Come on, man. Batista. They're probably going to put the strap on him. He's probably going to fight Randy Orton, dude. You're probably looking at Randy Orton versus Batista as the main event, which would be awful, but, you know, it is.
Yeah, that's awful. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. People said Randy Orton versus Dave Batista versus Daniel Bryan in a 3-way match, which so that could be good. I mean, that could because then it wraps up the Daniel Bryan versus the Authority, and then Batista won the Rumble, so you have to put him in there basically.
Yeah, I would love to just see Dave Batista versus Brock Lesnar.
That would be a pretty good matchup, man. They should maybe I could see that maybe Batista has a match where he puts his number 1 contendership on the line. And then Brock Lesnar interferes or something, and then Batista's really pissed, so they challenge him at Rumble. So that that's wasting a Brock Lesnar match, but you're paying Batista a lot of money, so you gotta let him work on at WrestleMania.
That's very true, man. Yeah, that's very true. But also too, man, I think what's gonna wind up happening now that Punk's gone, I think it's gonna turn into being Bryan versus Triple H.
Okay, that covers there. So no HBK, no HB Sizzle.
I hate that, dude. It's not. It's like, look, if you're gonna use Shizzle, then you have to have an S in your name. It can't be HB Shizzle. It would have to be HB Kizzle.
Yeah, Kizzle. Okay.
If you're gonna use the slang in the Ebonics, at least use it right.
I think he's just trolling people, man. I think
Probably.
He's so Triple H versus Daniel Bryan, that could be cool. That's a good substitute, man. I think that's the good substitute. It's like if you want a cheeseburger but you can only get a hamburger, that's the hamburger.
Yeah.
The cheeseburger would be Daniel Bryan winning the title. The hamburger would be Triple H versus Daniel Bryan and I assume Daniel Bryan wins in this scenario that we're talking about, hopefully.
If he doesn't, I will quit wrestling.
We will wrap up this podcast and close everything up. Just close the doors on everything. Just throw everything out the window. And that would be crazy, if Triple H somehow beat Daniel Bryan. God, I think the arena would riot if that happened.
Oh my goodness, dude. That'd be freaking crazy. And then the next question is, who's gonna fight Undertaker?
That's bigger than the championship at this point. It's bigger than the title. It's who gets to face Undertaker, who gets to challenge the streak.
Dude,
we're running out of people. We're
Sting.
Stays. The rumor is he signed a deal with WWE, so maybe. I mean, that's on the table, but
telling you, dude. They put the strap on Undertaker, right?
No!
And then they freaking put Sting in the match, and then they merge the titles, and Sting
they've already merged the title. You said this in October.
Fades into the dark, dude. It fades away. Takes the title with him. Ooh, he's gone.
And he goes back to TNA to screw him. What?
Nope. And then he goes to ROH.
And he goes throws a WWE title in the...
Sting, Undertaker, CM Punk all join ROH and hang out with Kevin Steen and Jay Briscoe.
Oh, that'd be great. Adam Cole with his ponytail.
Oh my goodness, man. Crazy.
But crazy. I think Sting versus Undertaker. I don't know if Sting can do a match at this point. If he better not to wear a shirt while he wrestles, dude. That bugs me. It's like wearing a shirt when you swim, man. It's not,
dude. People love it when you wear socks and sandals.
People ladies love when you make love and you're wearing socks. There's a free tip for you there, fellas. That's a Valentine's Day tip from Bros Before Up. That should be a new segment. But so hopefully Sting doesn't wear a shirt. But If we don't get Sting versus Undertaker, maybe Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker, which would be just insane.
Ooh, I've heard that tossed around a few times.
Yeah.
That'd be legit.
Paul Heyman's revenge. He tries Brock Lesnar. Last year he tried CM Punk.
You know, to tell you the truth, kind of playing it out in my head, I honestly think that would be pretty rad, dude, to see Lesnar as nutty as he is, just trying to go ape nuts on Undertaker, and Undertaker just like, keep getting back up, dude. I want to see him get F5'd like 10 times.
And still kick out.
Dude. Like, I don't know, man.
That'd be a show stealer, man. That'd be like, wow. Yeah, I don't know what match you'd have to do after that, but that'd be crazy.
Well, we should get to the question of the day here. So the question again, what was the question?
Question of the day, yeah, we've covered so much, man. So much grass, so much field covered this. But the question of the day is, what was the bigger blow to pro wrestling fans' hearts this week? Was it Daniel Bryan not joining the Rumble at number 30, or was it CM Punk walking away from WWE? For the 10-year-old mark inside us all that were listening to this podcast, what hurt you more? What made you cry on the inside more? That's tough, man, because I'll go first. But I think definitely on Sunday night, man, I think it was pretty... When I woke up and read that CM Punk was out of the WWE, I was more like shocked than mad or heartbroken. I was like, what? I was just kind of like... that was like being pushed, where they do that game where you get pushed, your friend kneels behind you, get pushed over. That was like that. But Daniel Bryan was like, I don't know, I was getting getting a big ice cream sundae, and then someone just like flipping it up and knocking it over, or you're tripping over and dropping it, and like, that's like that was that feeling. So I think Daniel Bryan not coming out the Rumble. If it plays out into a longer story, I get it, but man, they really should have done that, man, because that could just made that pay-per-view like a super A+, and just like, even if he didn't win, it could have set some seeds up for something else. But the crowd wanted it, everyone at home wanted it, so I think that left me a little more heartbroken, my 10-year-old wrestling fan inside me.
Yeah, I would agree, man. It's the way I look at the whole Punk thing is, if it is a internal politic, non-politic, whatever, just a bad work environment. Look, that happens. You know, people
happens everywhere, yeah.
It happens everywhere, man. Like, people leave their work, you know, they want to do something else, or they just don't want to do it anymore, you know. That's a personal decision, that's a personal choice. Maybe it's you know, under a certain circumstance, but I don't think, to me, that like made me heartbroken. I think in my mind it was more like well, okay, business is business. You know, and like you got to move on and do something else. But the fact that like Bryan just continuously gets punked and pushed, and like, you know, it didn't even come out to the Rumble, to me that was more upsetting. I'm not upset at Rey Mysterio, you know what I mean? Like, people booing him and stuff.
Poor guy, dude. He was just the wrong place, wrong time.
Totally. You know, I'm sure people were probably like, nothing against you, Rey, we love you, but we wanted to see Bryan, dude, and I feel more heartbroken for that.
Yeah. For sure, especially after the way he lost the match to Bray in the opening match, so he thought they were setting it up for him to come back later because he was opening the show. It was like the perfect, like, the seeds were there, man, and it's like you the trail led nowhere.
Dang, dude.
Well, good times, man. Good time. Another episode in the can. Yeah,
absolutely. And again, we want to send a huge thanks to our sponsors. You know, again, www. thegodsofwrestling.com. Check it out. These guys got pro wrestling art posters. This dude's got t-shirts. Dude's got buttons. Website's got stickers. It's even got more than that. What else do you need? I don't know. Maybe a really cool looking design chair that you can, a foam chair that you can whack your buddies with. I don't know.
They have, are you just throwing out product pitches to them?
Yeah, man, totally. Why not make a Spanish announce table? You know, it's the first thing that's going to break.
Dude, that'd be cool if they had like little, like, they sold that for like kids, like they made like little like foam Spanish announce table and you could throw your little buddy on it. That'd be awesome, man.
It never breaks, but it breaks all the time. You just reassemble it.
So many lawsuits. Oh
my goodness! Please don't make that product God of Wrestling. But if you do, hey, put our name on it, Bros Before Elbows.
Speaking of Bros for Elbows, check us on Twitter. Friend us there. We'll follow you back at Bros number 4 before Elbows, and our Facebook page. Just go Bros Before Elbows at Facebook.com.
Yeah, check us out. We love that you guys listen to the show, and we'll be back with another episode pretty soon. And thanks for listening. Everybody have a good week.
Peace.
Sweet Brock Lesnar.
Thank you, Mr. Heyman.